It's the end of an era and the beginning of a new one here at CHCH. But before we look ahead, let's look back a little bit. I want to introduce you to Head of Operations here at CHCH, Wayne Rabishaw. Hello, Wayne.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Okay, this is very exciting because this old girl, this building that we've been in for how long?
On June 7th, coming up, will be 67 years.
67 years
Yeah.
is no more.
I haven't been here that long, though.
How long have you been here, though?
40 years in January.
Have you really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you've been kind of heading this up for a while about finding a new home.
Yeah, we've been doing, well, we sold the building in 2016, and so since that time we've been looking for a new home. We didn't have one at that time.
Why do we need a new home?
We looked at a lot of factors. There's history here, but there's over 60,000 square feet, and the way news has changed recently, we realized we needed about 30, so there was more space than we could use.
Has anybody told our graphics operator, Mike Copeland, that we're not here anymore and he needs to be at the new building?
He'll get the memo at the end of the day.
Okay, but this building has done really well.
It has, yeah. It served us well. It's had a lot of production go on. As you say, we started CH here in the old Heritage House. When I first started here in '82, everything came out of the first floor of the house. It wasn't until we built this building in '82, '83 that the house became offices and we built a production facility for ourselves.
But it's just kind of run its course.
It has run its course for the way things are moving in the industry. Like everything else, you have to stay current and migrate with it.
This used to, okay, so back in the day, it's virtual now and has been virtual for how long?
Almost 20 years.
Right.
Yes.
The new spot will be back to a hard set.
We're going back to a hard set after over 20 years of a virtual set.
Okay.
And we're also going from roughly 900 square feet, where we do everything in this room, from demonstrations to news to weather to over almost 4,000 square feet just for news in our studio.
I just get excited about that.
Oh,
because anytime anybody was in here, they haven't been in here in a while, but you're just like, it's so small.
Yeah. And we heard from our viewers when we did the tour of the area was that it looks tight, it looks small. So now we're going to give them the expanse of a beautiful hard set.
Amazing. Well, that's what we want to kind of do today. We want to kind of bring you along with us because we're not in the new one yet.
No.
Okay?
No.
It's going to be a summer of, it's called Summer Camp. It's a temporary spot across the road.
Across the road at 7 Innovation, Clear Cable, who we've done a lot of good work with over the years. They've rented space from us for their fiber facilities and stuff. Okay. They had space for us. We started looking back in December, January, just because building permits were taking long. We were having COVID.
Yep.
The landlord who owns this building wants to get going with his condo, so he didn't want to extend his lease. We knew we had a finite time, so we needed to take some control of our destiny and look for an alternative.
And we're going to show that off to you. Is it going to be a sad day for you when this building does come down?
There's going to be mixed emotions, but the building doesn't make CHCH. People make CHCH. So no matter where we are, it's the people that are going to make the newscast, the productions.
You're one of the good people. And we're going to be hanging out with Wayne on our tour of summer camp and our new digs when we come back on Morning Live. So welcome to summer camp. That's a term that you're going to be hearing a lot over the next few months because this is our temporary spot before we move into our fancy new digs across the street. So I just kind of wanted to have some transparency with you and kind of show you the little behind the scenes of what it takes to set up a temporary studio. We have Head of Operations, Wayne Rabishaw, back with us. Man, a daunting task.
It was a daunting task. It was, when it was first brought up, it was like, really? But there's more positives than negatives in doing the change. And our ops and engineering team rose to the challenge and done a terrific job. So we're shooting this on Friday, okay? So we're on the air on Monday, so there's still a bunch of stuff that has to come in. But anything we're seeing right now has been brought in here. Yes.
There is no studio here. What is the building?
The building is Hamilton Technology Center. It's been around for quite a few years that City of Hamilton started. And then through an associate that we've done work with, Rob McCann and Clear Cable, they purchased the building from the city, and the whole point is to small startup business for technology.
Why do we need a temporary spot?
This process started back in, say, late December, where this whole building process was taking longer than we wanted it to. The landlord at Jackson Street wanted to get going with condos, so they didn't want to extend the lease. And we were starting to wonder, basically we wanted to take some control of our life.
Okay. So Bob and Annette, they're sitting right here at the desk. Normally we'd be looking out at the control room, but I
Yes.
don't see the control room.
No, it's outside. Let's go see.
Welcome inside the Innovator, our new control room at summer camp. Has that new control room smell. So these are tight quarters.
These are tight quarters. Trailers and production studios are, but we've had to reduce, because of COVID, the number of people who are in here. So we'll have 3 people in this room, and one of our micro trucks will have 2 more people in it. So we'll actually have 2 vehicles out here to reproduce what we have at Jackson Street.
Okay. We have to give a shout out to a couple of people who've set this up in a short amount of time.
Yeah, the engineering team, the ops team, like I said, I've been working since April to get the cables and all the infrastructure in.
Yeah.
And then over the weekend, all the gear that we've been using up until 11 o'clock Friday night gets pulled out and brought in and set up in 2 days.
And hopefully we're on the air now.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so how long summer camp do you think?
Summer camp, it will go until For Innovation is ready.
Right.
We plan to have occupancy of the building by late June, early July, but then there's a whole bunch of broadcast gear, new gear that needs to get installed and trained. We want everybody comfortable before we leave here and go across the street.
Can we give the folks at home maybe a little peek across the street?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do that. We come back on Morning Live. The reason that we do have summer camp, because our new building across the street, although it's very exciting, this is my first time here, it's not quite ready yet. Back with head of operations, this is his baby, Wayne Rabishaw. Pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
Okay.
It's amazing. We're standing at the main entrance to what will be our main entrance for the building. We have this beautiful internal street that goes 2 stories with skylights, letting in a lot of natural light. The whole purpose is to make it light and airy and bright and enticing.
How long have you been looking for a new building?
We started right after 2016, November, when we sold the other building.
Right.
And it's been a quest since then. We probably looked at some 30 buildings in the downtown core because that was our focus.
Yeah, because is it tough to, because we've been downtown Hamilton for so long.
We have been down there, but, and again, we are Hamilton, we want to stay downtown, and we'll address that in the future. But this location became available to us. It's in a bright area, an up-and-coming area in Hamilton, and access is good here.
Yeah.
There was an existing building here that didn't have studios, so we went to the city and showed them our plans to build 2 gorgeous studios, and they said that would work. So we got the property and work started.
And is this kind of what this hallway is the melding of the old and the new?
Yeah, it was, we had the existing building started in 2000 with the first part, and addition went on in 2003, and we were adding another one. So we wanted to tie them together so that it didn't look like a bunch of add-ons.
So this is
So
Studio North?
So Studio North is roughly 4,000 square feet that we'll be using for a production studio.
Okay. And then these are the new
Then we come
digs.
into the home of CH News.
It's so big!
It is, it's beautiful.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll come back. One more with Wayne Rabishaw, head of operations at CHCH, because let's kind of break down where things are going and we can kind of show off a little bit and the future of a CHCH coming later this year. There's so much space! Now, hey, morning everybody. I'm pretty excited because this is the new studio. Okay, so we're going to be in summer camp for the next 3 to 4 months, and then come hopefully fall. This is the new digs. Back with head of operations here at CHCH, Wayne Rabishaw. Okay, you get everybody really excited when they come in here for the first time.
Yeah, the reaction to seeing it in live is amazing. We've been sending pictures around, but it doesn't capture the scope and the magnitude of what it is here.
Okay, and what we're trying to do for you viewers is just to kind of give you, I don't know, we want to be open book and kind of show off how things are coming along and what the future looks like. So, how is this studio going to be set up, Wayne?
The studio will be, the main anchor desk will be at the north end of the building studio. We'll be shooting with the main background behind us, so there's a large area that's our backdrop. We'll have an interview set. Our weather area will be in here.
So interview sets.
There'll be an interview set there, our weather area here, and we actually now have a dedicated sports area, which will be down at the other end of the studio.
So every space of this, because how big is it?
It's roughly 4,000 square feet.
So every bit of it is being used
Oh, yeah.
for
Yeah, we've
morning live, evening news, 11 o'clock news?
11 o'clock news. The big difference at this space was, especially on Morning Live, where we would do all our cooking and demos and interviews, non-interview
Yeah.
type segments in the studio. Over on the west side of the building, we actually have a dedicated kitchen set and a bar set that will be permanently set up, properly vented, beautiful to look at, and so all those segments will be done there.
Yeah, because anytime anybody came in and cooked onions, it
Oh,
kinda,
yeah.
in the old 163 Jackson, it kind of lingered for a little bit.
So we kind of learned from what were challenges at Jackson Street and tried to make it better here.
Okay.
And I think we've succeeded.
Yeah, I think so. And on schedule as of right now for the fall?
Yes, on schedule for the fall. Yes, we hope to be owners of the building late June, early July, but then we have a lot of new technology broadcast gear to install and train on. We want to be ready for it. The advantage of summer camp again, across the street, it's going to be easy to walk across and train. So everybody's ready for it.
How excited are you?
It's unbelievable.
This has been your baby for...
Not just mine, we
I
have a
know,
whole team
I know.
doing this, and everybody's been pulling and everybody's doing double duty, but yeah, it's in my wildest dreams I never thought I'd be able to do this.
The future of CHCH, right here.